Untreated addiction costs society a lot of money. Treating addiction is a savings, not a cost.
Methamphetamine, and the methamphetamine, when I started that, picked up 8 felonies. Took me to the county jail numerous times. Took me 3 times to federal prisons.
The cost shows up in many ways, not all of them obvious. Law enforcement, welfare, unemployment, and family disruption are just a few of the hidden expenses of untreated addiction. In addition, addiction can beget addiction within families.
My second son, I couldn't stop. And I tried to. And then my son was born, and he was born addicted to meth.
I had 2 children. My son, I had him, he was positive for marijuana.
My second one, she does have small signs of fetal alcohol syndrome. I had used prior to finding out I was pregnant. And that was enough to prompt me to stop. And so that's been an ongoing challenge with her, and she's 19.
Often, the people who need treatment most can't afford it.
It was state funding the treatment because I could never afford that on my own. Without that state funding, I would still be in prison right now. It's going to cost the taxpayers a lot more to house me in prison. It costs a lot of money for that. When I'll be paying taxes, I won't be paying child support. I'll be another child growing up without a father. And it just continued, so I believe, people need treatment. And people that need treatment the most usually don't have no way to pay for it, because they're in the gutter.
Effective treatment, on the other hand, saves society money.
Bed opened, and me and my son went into treatment together. I had no job. I had no, I didn't know what was going to happen. And so the state had paid for everything. I got on TANF, I got on food stamps, medical, everything, and went into treatment, and it was life-changing for me.
I had a social worker. She was amazing. I just love her. She was there for me. I am grateful that I got to go to Real House. The counselors, the fact that there were women and children there, and I was just like them. We were all the same. And the counselors, my counselor really cared about me, and I had a lot of behaviors that I needed to work on. I'm just really grateful for my counselor, because I was really difficult to get along with and be around and stuff, but I learned that I can change and it's okay to change. I mean, it just saved my life, because if I wouldn't have went to Real House, I probably never would have stopped using, and I probably would have lost my kids.
Stories like these show that effective treatment can turn lives around and result in functional, contributing members of society. In order to be effective and provide full recovery, treatment must include a continuum of care up through outpatient programs.
I was there 7 months before I got my son.
Wow.
Because my social worker really wanted to make sure I was ready. Because she didn't want to take him away again. So I was there 7 months, and I graduated 8 months in 1 day. And then I went to transitional housing. And I lived in transitional housing. I went to IOP after I got out.
IOP is
intensive outpatient. I went to there 4 days a week, and I did my meetings, and I gave my UAs, and I always had support. I think it's really important. I mean, anybody can go to an inpatient facility, but when you get out, that's where it counts. And that's where you need the support. That's where you need outpatient programs. And that's where you need sometimes mental health. It all goes together. And so it's easy in a way to do it when you're in, but when you're out, you have to have support.
From there, I had a counselor that made it okay to be Trish. Made it okay to tell what I needed to tell. And she connected me really with a lot of education, not just on the drug and alcohol, but how to think different, how to find different friends, how to engage AA, treatment, all of the things we learn, how to put those into a life and be productive. And since that point, I have gone back to school. I graduated college in '08 with my AA in chemical dependency. Because I know for me, it took many people in different levels and fields to make me the person I am today. Today, I am a mother. I am a daughter. You know, it took a doctor to pay for the treatment. It took the treatment counselor. It took mental health to help me learn how to think different.
So you see, there is hope. An investment in effective treatment will return itself many times over, both in saved expense and saved lives. Thanks for understanding.
You know, and thank you, Washington State, for helping me get through it, you know, because I couldn't have done it on my own.